Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be all about makeup products that I think are just as good, if not better, than high-end ones, which I don't know about you, but I do like a good deal, so I'm very happy to talk about these products. I've used them for months and months and months, all of them, and I tend to go for these over the high-end ones in my collection. I'm definitely actually planning on doing one with skincare, so subscribe to not miss that. I have been raving about this foundation ever since it came out. I fell in love with it hard. Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Foundation. I am using the shade 120 during the summer. Actually, let me swatch it because it does oxidize a little bit. I did a video where I was testing a bunch of best-selling drugstore foundations. I will link down below the wrap-up so you can see. Basically, I did a bunch of wear tests and then at the end talked about all of them, basically the best and the worst. This was definitely in the best ones because this is a full coverage foundation that still looks natural on the skin. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't emphasize the pores, and also I have combination skin. It's all over the place. My T-zone gets oily, especially during the summer, but I have dry patches, I have dehydration, mostly on my nose, a bit on my chin, between my brows, depending, and this just doesn't cling to that, and for some reason this is very difficult to find, and it also doesn't go crazy with my oils. It doesn't start separating. I personally don't mind reapplying powder throughout the day. I just don't want the foundation to start moving around. I also have 16 shades that are pretty evenly distributed, so you should be able to find a shade that works for you. And it does oxidize, so this is like before and then after. Once it dries, you can see that it becomes a pretty neutral shade, which works for my undertone. I have tried a lot of high-end foundations that don't come near being this good. Honestly, you would put this in like a sample size and just give it to me to test, and I would tell you this is an expensive foundation because it is just that good. So if you still haven't tried this foundation, I highly recommend you do so. I often just mix it even with I don't actually mix it. I will apply moisturizer and without waiting for it to dry, and I'll apply a thin layer of this and it kind of becomes a tinted moisturizer. So totally recommend this. I have annoyingly been raving about this constantly, and you know what? I will continue to do so because it is, again, so good. The Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. Finally, they have expanded their shade range. They now have 16 shades at Ulta. If you still haven't tried this, you so need to do it because, in my opinion, this is better than the Tarte Shape Tape. Shape Tape might have a tiny bit more coverage. This might be like medium to full coverage, but this also doesn't make my under eyes look like I'm trying to eat crackers in a desert. Like, it just doesn't make me look like I'm dying of dehydration. Honestly, this just gives me the good amount of coverage and it just looks great. I'm actually wearing it today. With that said, I have been wearing my makeup all day and I'm filming after work, so the fact that it's still even there is a good sign. I just tend to gravitate towards this on a daily basis. The only times I haven't been reaching for it is because I'm going for a very natural no makeup look type of thing that I've been doing during the summer, so otherwise I've been reaching for this. This is my second tube and I don't finish skin products that often. I don't finish any products that often because obviously with YouTube you're always trying new products, so whenever you finish something, especially this quickly, it's a good sign. So if you still haven't picked it up, you need to, because in my opinion this is just as good, if not better, than high-end. It's not even just as good, it is better. Like, it's better than the NARS Creamy Concealer for me, it's better than Shape Tape. It is just that good. If you've seen any of my videos, you probably know by now that I have tested a bunch of lipsticks, especially liquid lipsticks. I have done so many lip swatch videos, and these are still some of the best ones out there, and they are drugstore. Better than so many of the high-end ones I've tried. They're long-lasting, they're actually not drying, and Maybelline, they just keep doing it right for me. Those are the SuperStay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks. I have done 3 lip swatch videos on these because they keep coming out with more, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. I will link them down below if you are interested, but like I was mentioning, these are actually not drying and they will last all day no matter what you eat or do. They will be on. The trick is to actually apply the thinnest amount possible on your lips, otherwise they will be sticky, but it's because they aren't drying. And the nudes are the ones that I especially wanted to mention because even the high-end ones I've tried, usually the nudes are the weakest shades in the whole range because they tend to be white base or just give you that butthole look, and it's not cute. I haven't had that issue with these at all. So if you were looking for a new good nude or just a lipstick you can wear all day without fearing that they will be all over your face, where have you been? You need to try these. They are so freaking good. I have converted everyone I know to these. They're just that great. And again, just as good, if not better, than the high-end ones. And I mean, I have tried a lot and I still go back to these. If I say brow pencil, what do you think? I feel like Anastasia Beverly Hills or Benefit, but Drugstore, one of the brands that have been impressing me more and more. I feel like I keep falling in love with more of their products. LA Girl, this is their Shady Slim. I love a good pun. A brow pencil, and I'm using the shade Brunette, and I adore this. I'm actually wearing it today. Let's pretend this brow doesn't exist today. It's doing its own thing. It's been doing its own thing, really. But this is technically my bad brow, and it's doing so freaking well. It's because of this. It's so good. I have tried a lot of like drugstore eyebrow pencil. Let me know in the comment section your favorite ones, but I found that a lot of the ones that I was seeing mentioned as dupes for the Anastasia one, they tend to dry way too fast. Like, I don't even have time to finish them before they dry out, which is just very frustrating. Like, sure, it might be like half the price, but if I can't even use it up, what's the point, right? I haven't had that issue with this one. Actually, that's all that's left. I ended up purchasing 3 other shades, so I'll include swatches so you can see more shades, but I did repurchase this one because, as you can see, it's a cool tone brown. It's not too orange, it's not too dark, and it just works really well for me, and I've been just reaching for this over my Anastasia one. I didn't even actually pick up a backup during the last Sephora sale because I didn't feel the need to, which I have been getting backups every single sales for years, so that kind of just says it all. In my opinion, this is just as good, if not better, and I highly recommend it. They actually have a decent range of color too, and it's about like $6 US, so totally recommend these. Let's talk about mascaras, because I don't like to spend a lot of money on mascaras because you have to change them every 3 to 6 months. Like, what's the point of spending $30, right? There are a few exceptions, but generally speaking, I just prefer to save my money in that category. But I still want to get good results, right? My lashes are pretty straight, but they're quite long. They just need a lot of help, you know? I did do a top 6, actually, drugstore, favorite drugstore mascaras. I'll link it down below. But the winner brand-wise was definitely Covergirl, and I don't have the specific one I wanted to mention because for once I don't have a backup, but I know it's because I just gave it away to someone, because every single time someone tells me, just recommend me one mascara that is like foolproof, like idiot proof, she said. Like, she just wanted something that wasn't clumpy and that looked great no matter what. And I always recommend the Lash Blast, the orange tube one. This is the Lash Blast Fusion, but it's this tube, just orange, and I feel like everyone knows it, but it's my most repurchased mascara of all time. I just always go back to it because why not? I also tend to use it as a second mascara, so let's say I'm using something else that is a bit clumpy, I just go back with that one. It separates my lashes and I'm good to go. So just generally speaking, I feel like Covergirl just does it for me mascara wise, but that specific one is the one that, again, I recommend constantly. It's kind of weird that right now I don't have a backup. I'm gonna change that for sure. As much as I like bright, fun lipsticks, I also like a good tinted lip balm, and it is so freaking hard to find one that actually tinted and is a balm too. I feel like you'll either have one or the other. It's either gonna just not moisturize your lips, the color will just start drying your lips and maybe even like sitting in the lines of your lips, or they will just moisturize but there's not much color. These have changed my life. I currently have 3 colors. I just got 2 more and I adore these. I'm actually planning on getting a 4th one because I cannot live without more. These are the Etude House Cherry Sweet Color Lip Balm, and they're just so freaking good. They're what, like $5? And they, first off, smell like cherries, which not a lot of products smell like cherries, and I'm obsessed with that scent, like straight up obsessed with it. I used the pink one the longest. Like last summer I was wearing it like literally on a daily basis, and I've been using the orange one lately. I also have the red one, and I'm planning on getting the most like nude-ish one because why not? And honestly, at this point I might as well just buy all 6 colors because these are freaking good. Great color and actually moisturizes for hours. That never happens. And I have tried some expensive ones, some drugstore ones, but these so far are just my favorites. So in my opinion, these are definitely better than high-ends that I've tried. So last but not least, this one I adore more than everything in the world. It is easily my most repurchased skin product. And if I could only have one, it would probably be this one, which this is a huge statement. My only issue is that they only have one shade, which is just... I swear to you, if this brand woke up and actually came out with like 20 shades, every single one of you would love it. Zero doubt about it. It is the Lioele Beyond the Solution BB cream, and I am so obsessed. I think this is my fifth or sixth bottle, something like that. It used to be the white and pink packaging, which maybe you would remember a bit more, but I have been purchasing and repurchasing this for years, and actually I finished my last tube and I panicked because I couldn't find my backup, so I bought 2 more online, and obviously I found my backup, so now I have 3, or I will have 3, and I'm not even sad because I will use all of them. And it's crazy because I have way too many foundations. I try some constantly, yet this is the only one pretty much that I consistently finish. The fact that I still have time to finish one of these pretty much every year, even while I test so many, it's just the biggest statement, right? This gives me medium coverage. I'm actually wearing this today. Like I was saying, I've been wearing this all freaking day. I did repowder once I got home, but still, it didn't separate. I used to use this when my skin was really dry. Now my skin is definitely more oily, and it just works well. What I love is that it doesn't separate. It doesn't control my oils, but the best part is that it doesn't cling to my dry patches, which is so hard to find. Every single time I wear this, I get compliments on my skin because it just literally looks like skin. This is what it looks like. You can see that even my hands that are way whiter than the rest of my body, by the way. It's pretty much my color. I'm lucky enough that this works for me most of the year, but I reached for this $12-ish BB cream over all of the stuff I own. So in my opinion, this is easily better than high-end products. But again, it's their only color. I would say it's probably like an NW20 in a MAC foundation. And I will just keep begging Lioele to bring like 19 more shades because this needs to happen. It would be the happiest day ever. Honestly, I would be able to actually recommend this to everyone I know because it's so freaking good. I kind of wish we would all harass Lioele to bring out more shades. Maybe that would work. Let me know in the comment section what drugstore products you think are better than high-end ones, because I will definitely be doing more of those videos if you are into it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe because I'm actually planning one with skincare, as I was mentioning. I will be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.